Hello darlings, welcome to Tammy and Tiaras. How are you all? A big thank you to my new subscribers, and I hope that you stay and watch my videos. And a big thank you to my subscribers that watch every week. Hello Julie, hello Judith, hello Anna Marie, hello Ahiranta and Jose. These people leave me regular comments and I really do appreciate it. So anyway, I have been making a fruitcake this week. I love to make fruitcake, and it's something that I don't have all through the year, but mainly at Christmas. But as you know, I'm diabetic, so this recipe is low in sugar and it doesn't raise my blood sugars. In fact, after I've had a serve, quite a large serve, 2 hours later my sugars is only 5.4. So I'm very happy with this fruitcake. It does maintain you. It's very filling. I hope you enjoy this video. So anyway, I am getting all the ingredients here. Now, because I'm diabetic, of course, I use like 85% cocoa dark chocolate in this. But if you're not diabetic, you can use fruit and nut chocolate, just normal milk chocolate. I just use everything that is the lowest in the sugar rate. I use a kilo of mixed dried fruit. I buy this at Aldi. I love Aldi. The chocolate I get at Aldi. And in fact, I buy most of my ingredients there. But not the coffee. I only buy the coffee when it's on sale at Woolworths. And then I buy 4 or 5 containers. Anyway, darling, so what you do is you pop all your dried fruit into a bowl. I use my trusty old casserole dish. And then that way I can put a lid on it. So you grind up your chocolate or break up your chocolate into small pieces and use a food processor if you can, and if you haven't got that, you can use a wooden spoon and a plastic bag, or a rolling pin and a plastic bag works best, just to break it up into small clumps. Of course I use spoon just for a couple of this. So while that's happening, there you go, it's already done. There you go. See, I get mine very fine, but that's just the way that I like it. Wrapper in there. Yes, so and then you add that to the 1 kilo of dried fruit. I always make sure I get the last little bit out. So have you got your fruitcake made, or did you buy one? I've previously bought the Lion's Cakes ones here in Ballarat, but the sugar's just too high for me. And as you know, I watch my sugars very carefully. Now to this dry mix, you add 2 cups of hot, strong coffee. And you stir it and mix it over the fruit. And make sure that it's all covered and everything. And basically you just leave that like that overnight. I actually left mine for 2 days, and maybe it dried it out a little bit. I do feel this cake turned out a bit dry, so just leave it overnight maybe. But I make the coffee extremely strong. I use 2 teaspoons of coffee in 1 cup of water. I know it says 1 teaspoon, but I love coffee. So once you've added that, pop your lid on, and then just set it aside somewhere and leave it. And when you think about it, give it a stir. Turn that fruit over and make sure it's absorbing the water. Now when that's all done, you can add all of your other ingredients. Now I've got this recipe in the info box, so you can copy it down and make it yourself. So into this bowl is going flour and all of the spices. In the actual recipe, it of course doesn't call to add spices, but I love spicy things, so you can leave it out if you want to. But I add the spices in. I put in ginger, carramsala, cinnamon and nutmeg, a teaspoon of each of those. And I just let it sit. Just let it sit. Now the hard part, stirring it all in. And this, I do feel, did turn out a bit dry. I should have added a little bit more moisture into this or left it just for overnight, as the recipe states. This is such an easy cake to make, and takes no time at all. And then again, I separate this mixture into 2 pans because I deliberately don't want it to be too thick. Now, you can quite easily put it into one pan and have a nice high fruit cake. But me, I like to keep it that the servings won't be too small, won't be too big, and raise the sugars too high because I'm always so conscious of that. So, yes, do what you like, but I popped it into 2 pans, and that works very well for us. I keep one for New Year and one for Christmas. Make sure the bottoms of the pans are lined with greaseproof paper. And then just pop it in as evenly as you can. Oh goodness, watching this back, guys, it's too dry. I should have had it a bit more moist. And I've even overcooked these, so I can't say they turned out the best fruitcakes I've made. They were in the oven too long. I got sidetracked with the puppy dogs and sort of left them in a little bit too long. But as you know, with cooking, you always have to check things to make sure it's coming to how you like to have it. Well, I'm all ready for Christmas. I've got all of the food in the freezer, desserts and everything. I don't do pre-dinner nibbles. I've never done that. I just like the kids to hop in and enjoy a nice meal, then have a lovely dessert, and then go if they want to. Adult kids don't like to sit around. They've got their own lives. And as you know, grandchildren don't really like coming to grandma's place. We all know that. So you try and keep it as brief as you can. As the grandchildren go, they just like to sort of do their own thing, and they get bored easily. So I'm very conscious of not trying to hold the kids up for too long. Anyway, you get all this cake mix in there as best as you can, flattening it out. Watching this, I'm just going cringing because it's way too dry. It should be just be able to be poured in and not actually try and squeeze it in because it's a bit dry. Please leave me a comment from wherever you are in the world and let me know how your week's been. I love to have a chat with my online friends. I feel so blessed to have YouTube. I've loved it. A special hi to any family members out there that might be watching this. So there you go, darlings. Now, as you can see, it turned out a little bit overcooked. Now that's because Tam was off playing with the puppy dogs and walking around the garden and doing things that she shouldn't have been doing while the cakes were cooked. I should have kept a better eye, but they were delicious. They are delicious. So what I do then is I wrap them in foil and I poke little holes in them and I put a little bit of sherry or something over it and let it soak in. See, this was what I was doing. I get sidetracked with Millie and Lucy so easily. Basically, those fruitcakes I just leave in the foil and then open it up as we want it. The children don't like fruitcake. When I say children, I mean the boys. Simone and Jacinta love my fruitcake, so that's very nice. They always enjoy it. It was actually quite hot here that day, and Lucy hopped in the pond and had a nice cool off after we'd been to the park. She loves that pond. I picked it up on Marketplace for not a lot of money and she just really, really loves it. Anyway, here's some bloopers, darling, because as you know, there was always bloopers. Lots of love from beautiful Ballarat. trying to get camera angles right. Look at Bert. Look at Bert. He was in this shot. That's me adding all the spices. Bye, darlings. Love to you all. Merry Christmas.